I feel genuinely honored to be here with you today because you guys are really enthusiastic students and you have taken already a step forward to be a part of this robotic and space exploration. And some of you might be thinking to be a future engineer that must be in part of electric, like that will take participation in their work with electric cars or future mobility, and even participate with the healthcare automation and the healthcare and automation in the defense sector as well. So as the organizers already mentioned, I have spent my career in research and development and embedded security specifically, and I have seen up close how embedded systems are transforming every single industry. And trust me when I say this, the next 10 years will belong to those who understand embedded system, robotics, and Industry 4.0. So, in this talk, I want to take you on a journey where we will explore why embedded systems are the heart of Industry 4.0, see how India, through ISRO and the automobile sector, is rising to global leadership, and finally, I will introduce you to a unique program at ACE Academy that is designed to help students like you to step confidently into this future. So, let's dive into this. Let me begin with a quick question for all of you. How many of you have dreamed working in space technology, maybe in ISRO, NASA, or SpaceX? And how many of you would love to work in automobile with companies like Tesla, Tata, or Mahindra EVs? Here's the truth, no matter what you choose, the common ground is embedded systems. In space, embedded systems runs the flight computers, satellite controllers, and onboard payloads that makes mission possible. In automobiles, they run airbags, steerings, EV batteries. You must be aware about the BMS system and even self-driving features. And in our everyday life as well, embedded system is everywhere inside our smartwatches, Alexa devices, television, parking systems as well. Like in cars, you have must have seen the ADAS system. The ADAS is also due to like it is also a resultant of embedded systems only. And even many medical robots are there that has been designed with the help of embedded systems. Embedded system is like a oxygen, you can say. You can see this, but you cannot see them, but it powers everything around us day by day. So embedded systems are not just important, they are a backbone of industry 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution. They they are what power automobiles through electric vehicles, advanced driver assistance systems. Like you must have seen in many cars, you have a feature like you can automate your like it has already secure. If there is a secured part, the car can automatically run on it. This happens with the help of your driver assistance system only, and the infotainment is also driven by the embedded systems. They are what powers automobiles through electric vehicles, and this is very important in the coming generations because mostly we are switching to electric vehicles nowadays. Why make space explorations possible? Running satellites and rocket with the precision. This is also possible with the help of embedded systems. If you don't have embedded systems, there will be lack of the calculations and communication protocols. If we have embedded systems inbuilt in our satellites, it makes us easy to there take the decisions and make the uh, communication and things smoothly. That's why embedded systems is also present in the space exploration part. They drive smart factories and industrial robots, the engines of modern manufacturing as well. The embedded systems brings IoT and AI to life at the edge, powering smart homes, smart cities, and healthcare devices. To push this into perspective, the global embedded system market was worth $86 billion in 2020 and has grown to $160 billion by 2025. That's a massive growth, and that means a massive opportunity. As the graph is increasing, it will be also increasing in the future as well. So, whether your dreams is to design a futuristic car, build a robot that runs new frontiers, or innovate in healthcare technology, embedded systems are your ticket to the future. Remember this line: embedded engineers are the invisible heroes of Industry 4.0. Let's make this real and simple to imagine. Picture yourself sitting inside a Tesla car. The sensor around the car detects an obstacle. What will happen? The embedded processor will interpret the data in milliseconds, and with the help of the AI inside the embedded system, it will take the action with the help of actuators, whether it have to stop or work on the brakes or should turn around. And with the help of this, you can make a decision with the help of embedded systems in Tesla, like in Tesla cars, you can say. And if I talk about ISRO projects, take example of Gaganyaan spacecraft. What happens? The embedded flight computer continuously calculate and guide the rocket's path. The embedded controllers carefully monitors the astronauts' oxygen, life support, and critical systems. And the process where it's Tesla or Gaganyaan, you must have seen one thing common. There is sensors, embedded systems, AI integrations, and actions. So without embedded system, there's no Tesla, there's no Gaganyaan, and there's no Industry 4.0. Embedded system is the brain that turns your data into informations. And with this informations, it can also take some actions that can save your time and increase the precision with the help of embedded systems. Now let's add a little twist because this is where it gets serious. Imagine this: what if your electric vehicle brake system is hacked while driving at a high speed? Or what if the satellite communication is hijacked middle mission? Or in worst situation, what if in a medical robot performing surgery is tempered with with the help of some hijackers? A system without a secure firmware is just like a car without brakes. It may run, but it is not even safe because if something happens in between, there's no one responsible for it. It's a robot, so you have to always keep the security check with this. This is why embedded security has become one of the fastest growing and most critical specialization in the world today. In my own R&D work in the defense, security is not an option, it is always mission critical. Whether we are dealing with drones, rockets, or national infrastructures, embedded security is the shield that ensures safety, truth, and reliability. In short, without embedded security, innovations cannot survive. Anyone can misuse it and it will reverse its use case. The embedded system that can be a gift to human beings will be a disaster for human beings without this embedded security part. So now let's take talk about India because the future of embedded is not just globally, it's happening right here at home. The government has already invested more than 22,000 crores in electronics and semiconductor departments. Institutes like IIT Madras developed the Shakti processor, India's first RISC-V based CPU. IIT BHU and COEP has set up a new IoT and embedded labs to prepare the next generations of engineers. But the most exciting news came in this 2025 only when the ISRO unveiled their three brand new silicon chips. Vikram 32. This is the indigenous CPU with a 32-bit microprocessor. Kalpana is a Kalpana 32 is an embedded microcontroller. It is also a 32-bit embedded chipset processor, you can say. And lastly, they unveiled a IRIS controller, an aerospace grade processor developed with IIT Madras, designed for satellites and rockets. So, why is this huge? Because from now, the next generation of rockets, satellites, and aerospace system will run on processors made in India. This is admirable embedded systems in action. And it's not just in space. An automobile companies like Tesla, Tata. You can see there are many companies, Tata, Mahindra, and Ola Electrics are hiring embedded engineers to drive the EV revolution. And on the global level, players like Tesla, Hyundai, and Bosch are also investing highly in India. So, whether your dream is to work on India's next satellite with ISRO or design the next generation's EV with Tesla, embedded systems are the bridge that will take you there. Let's zoom into one of the most important existing industry today, automobile. Modern cars are not no longer just machines. They are basically computers on wheels. And what powers them? It's the embedded systems. They control airbags with and ABS, making cars safer. They manage engine control units that optimize performance. They run EV battery management system, the heat of every electric vehicle. They power infotainment and navigation system that we'll use every day. And they enable autonomous driving, the future of mobility. So whether it's Tata Nexon EV, a Tesla Model Y, or a Mahindra XUV, the intelligence inside these vehicles comes with from embedded systems. That's why I say the automobile revolution is really an embedded revolution. So now let's talk something that excites everyone, career and salaries. As a fresher in embedded systems, you can expect a 3 to 6 LPA to start with. This is if you are someone who specializes in firmware or embedded security, salaries often go up to 8 LPA and above. And in some niche roles, even freshers often get a salary of around 90K per month. If I'm talking about niche, it means something related to bare metal programming, bitwise operators working inside the firmware optimization part and the embedded security part, we can say. Now, now let's truly. Now it's true that the generic semiconductor design job has slowed down a bit. But here's the opportunity. The demand for embedded engineers is admirable and is increasing in automobile space and IoT. And you, every fresher should explore that. This skill gap is not a problem. It's an opportunity for the new embedded engineers and a global chance, a golden chance for everyone to work with. The only question is, are you ready to grab these opportunities with upskilling yourself? But here's the real challenge that most students do not realize at the start until it's too late. College gives a lot of theory. You study definitions, diagrams, and block diagrams. But the industry needs hands-on experience engineers who can solve problems on real hardwares. Here's what usually happens. A student can confidently explain the definitions of what is UART, I2C, or interrupt. But in the exam, but when our interviewers ask you, Okay, can you configure these on an actual microcontroller? There's a complete silence. And that silence is actually that cause many students to miss out during placements. But the good news is that this gap cannot be permanent. With the right project, the right mentorship, and the right roadmap, you can close this gap quickly and even turn it into your biggest advantage. This is exactly where we introduced our AS Academy, and we have created this academy just for this purpose. Because our mission is very simple but powerful, building tomorrow's innovators. We know that students don't just need classes, they need guidance and mentorship. That's why we follow a dual mentorship model, which is what makes us
Yeah,
unique. I'll be your technical mentor. I bring my experience from working in R&D and embedded security, and I will train you in robotics, embedded programming, and advanced skills that companies actually requires. And Mr. Sagar, our founder, will be your career mentor. With more than 4 years of experience in the automobile and manufacturing sector, he will guide you in resume building, interview preparation, and soft skills, the things that often decides whether you get a job or not. This means that when we complete this program, you don't just walk away in technical strong engineers, but as a confident industrial ready professional who can clear interviews and step directly into this technical world. That's the promise of ACE Academy. Our flagship program is called Robotics with Arduino Beginners to Advanced. This is not just a short crash course, it is a structured 2 months journey with total 90 hours of live interaction training. You will have 1.5-hour session every day, 5 days a week. So learning becomes a part of your daily routine. And yes, every class is recorded so you can always revise or catch up if you miss one. By the end of this program, you will build 24 real hands-on projects that you can actually demonstrate, complete 10 coding assignments to strengthen your fundamentals, and earn a recognized certificate that add weight to your resume. And not only this, with the help of this for this 24 projects, you will also be building a GitHub portfolio of 24 projects that you can showcase in your interviews as well. In this 8 weeks, you will go through learning embedded basics to master bare metal AVR programming to become truly industrial ready. Imagine this, in just 2 months, you could be a student who don't just know embedded system but has a portfolio of 24 projects to prove it. Mostly what happens, you only go through the theory and you don't have anything to showcase an interview. These 24 projects portfolio that will be very fruitful for you in future. Here's the exciting roadmap you will follow during this internship. This is of an 8 weeks journey where every week you unlock a new skill level. You start with the foundation in first week. Robotics and embedded basics will be taught in this. Even if you are never touched a microcontroller before, this is where you will begin. In week 2, we will move to sensors and actuators, the eyes, ears, and muscles of robots. In week 3, you will actually build your first robotic car like a line follower or obstacle avoider. These are your first steps into real robots, mostly in Amazon warehouses or places where recorded stuff is there, like there are many racks and many components placed where line follower robots and obstacle robots are used to uh, work in those kind of workplaces or warehouses, you can say. In week 4, you will dive into communication protocols like UART, I2C, SPI, and Wi Fi. These are the languages that device use to talk to each other. In week 5 and 6, there is where it really gets exciting. You will go deeper into bare metal AVR programming. You will control GPIOs, work with timers, and generate PWM signals, the real stuff behind embedded work. In embedded systems, what you work with help of actuators and sensors, they are decoded with with the hardware layer of embedded system for the microcontroller to solve it. With the help of this AVR programming, you will actually learn how this happens. Excuse me. In week 7, you will work with interrupts and peripherals, giving your system real time intelligence. With the help of these interrupts, you will also learn how different possibilities and conditions are managed with the help of robot. Excuse me. And finally, in week 8, you will tie everything together in a capstone project while also preparing your resume, get a portfolio, and a mock interview to make your industrial ready. In just 8 weeks, you will go from beginning to advanced and finally to industrial ready. It's a transformation journey, it's not just a course. This is a part that excites students the most, the hands on projects. Over the course of this internship, you will build 24 real world projects and each designed to make you industrial ready. A line follower robot, just like the robot Amazon uses in warehouses to make goods efficiently, and obstacle avoidance car, which introduced you to a simple principle behind autonomous driving, a smart door locking with IoT security, combining electronics with real world safety, and IoT monitoring system with Wi-Fi, where you can collect, send, and analyze live data. And this is real heart of Industry 4.0, and most importantly, a pet health monitoring system, a project very close to my heart, inspired by my late pet Whiskey. These sessions are live and interactive, 1.5 hours daily, 5 days a week, and every session is also recorded. So by the end, you won't just have knowledge, you will have 24 projects you can proudly showcase on your resume, your GitHub portfolio, and even during your job interviews. These projects will be proof that you can not just talk about embedded systems, but actually build them. And now I want to share something very close to my heart. Our next batch of internship starts on the 15th October. But this batch is not just another batch. It's very special to me and everyone at AS Academy because we have dedicated this batch to my late pet Pisky, who was a truly part of our family. To honor her memories, one of the capstone projects in this batch is the pet health monitoring system, which is inspired directly by her. And because we want more students to take part in this special edition, we are offering it as a very reasonable and discounted fee for this month. Now, many students also ask us about the interview preparation and job focused mentorship. The answer is yes, we do provide that too, but it is in the separate advanced mentorship program. For those who want to go deeper, we can have a separate intro with that career gap. So, if you want to be a part of this unique batch, one that is basically technically strong and emotionally meaningful, the time is to act now. At the end of this internship, you won't just finish with theory, you will complete a capstone project that will prove your skills. You will get to choose from projects like A pet health monitoring system, basically, it's a compulsory capstone project. Other than that, there are three options out of which you can choose one. Other option is a smart home automation system, the kind of technology used in modern connected homes, and IoT monitoring system where you can collect analyze data through cloud. This helps you to integrate yourself with Industry 4.0, or a robotic car with a remote control, which demonstrates your robotics and embedded programs experience. The pet health monitoring system that is inspired by whiskey is a real world IoT healthcare project, because many of times we don't realize what is health of a pet, because they are not able to speak actually. We cannot understand their languages. So to just have a check on their health, we have dedicated this project. If this after this project, we are also planning it to commercialize it with the help of a product that will be for the pet health monitoring system. These projects is not just another assignments. It becomes the star of your portfolio. The first thing you can showcase in your interviews, and the projects that you gives you a edge in the interviews from the other candidates. When recruiters ask what you have built, you will have a clear, confident answer backed with a work project. So this is what a capstone project and other 23 projects will give you. So why should you choose AS Academy? Because we don't just prepare you for exams, we prepare you for industry. If you compare us with other most industrial academies only gives you recorded videos that you watch only. Some conduct short workshops with no depth, and very few actually guide you beyond the certificates. But at ACE Academy, here's what you get: live classes with daily interactions so you can ask out in real time, recorded recordings provided so you never miss a session and can revise anything. Dual mentorship, technical depth from me and career preparation from Mr. Sagar. 24 projects and 10 assignments, real portfolio worth work, resume building, GitHub portfolio, and interview preparations. So you're not just skilled, but visible to recruiters. Mock interviews and soft skills, so you're confident in front of any interview panel. And also, this is all a very affordable, student friendly cost. Others make you exam ready. We make you industrial ready and job ready. That's what makes us unique. So, if you are serious about robotics, embedded systems, space, or automobiles, this internship is your first step. Enrollment process is very simple. Just contact Mr. Kalyan after this. He'll guide you how to go through this. Seats are limited because we work and believe in focused mentorship. Remember this line: tomorrow's inventor starts today. Let me close this with a thought. Space technology and automobiles are the two biggest industries of the future. India is building its own processors for satellites. Electric vehicles are transforming how to we travel. Embedded engineers will stand at the center of both the innovations. So, will you simply watch the future happen, or will you be the innovators building it? The choice is yours. Thank you very much.